everybody, Cody here from Venomous Wargaming, back to you guys another battle report. I'm here today with Michael, and we all know what each other look like at this point. So Michael's on the other side of the board with his Beast of Chaos, and I am on this side of the board with the Grand Host of Nagash that I ran in the last battle report against James's Everchosen. So you guys seem to have really loved Nagash making a debut on the channel and keep telling me to take him back. Or bring him back, so I'm going to bring him back onto this battle report as well, and we're going to see what he's going to be able to do against an army that doesn't blitz him on turn one and get a double turn and like wipe out half the army. So even though I did bring him back, that's hush hush. Anyways, so Steph Vander Velden, I met up with you on Facebook, and you would have told me that you absolutely love the battle reports, and I'm one of your favorite YouTubers, if not the best YouTuber for this sort of thing. So really appreciate your kind words, and you gave me some advice. So I went ahead and put the Morghast screen behind the units of skeletons, and the Skelly boys kind of expand from right flank all the way over here just in front of Nagash. And then the bubble wrap commences on with the 10-man unit of dire wolves that are protecting Arcan the Black. So that's literally my list. Is a Necromancer, the Balefire Lantern, Nagash, Arcan the Black, a unit of 40 skeletons, a unit of 10 dire wolves, and a unit of 2 Morghast Archai with their Spirit Halberds. That's about it with the list. There is Star Wars role-playing going on in the next room, and they are extremely loud, so I apologize for the noise issues. But I can't help it, considering I don't have my own studio yet, and this is a public space, so yeah. Anyways, so Nagash for his spell lore is going to know Amaranthine Orb, Vile Transference, and Soul Pike. Arcan's going to know Soul Harvest, and the Necromancer is going to know Overwhelming Dread, and he does have the Balefire Lantern, which makes Michael -1 to wound if he's within 6 inches of him, and there when a skeleton falling over. So that's really it for the Grand Host of Nagash. And once again, if you guys want to know anything about the channel, be sure to click down in the video description below. Check out all the links to all our good stuff. And if you want to support me, go to Patreon, like the fellows' names that are going to pop up on the screen right now. These guys are all heroes, and including Michael right there. And they support the channel. And if you guys want to support the channel, please be like those fellows and go ahead and do that. Completely optional. And it helps me out a lot, and as we get bigger and bigger with the channel, I want to eventually add more folks to the channel, and when I move here in the spring, hopefully, I'm going to be able to get a studio hopefully built into my home, hopefully, and we'll just progress from there. So the more support I get from you guys, be it just verbal and donations and just all the great comments and positive influence from you guys, it helps me out a lot. So I really appreciate all the fan support I get from all you guys and how much y'all love the battle reports, and I try to interact with you guys as much as I can in the comment section. So I'm sorry if I don't react personally to your comment, but I do most of them. So that's it for Grand Host of Nagash. We're going to jump over to Michael's Beast of Chaos that has a lot of Tzeentch, and let's just say some of those bulls over there have some explicit detail on them, so I won't zoom in too close on a few of them. And more about that in just a second. Beast Chaos.
Yep, so starting over here, we have 6 Bulgors with great weapons, and then 30 Zangors with a Zangor Shaman that has the Wild Rampage spell, a Bray Shaman with the Tendrils of Atrophy, then another Bray Shaman with the Vile Tide, Dragon Ogre Shaggoth with the Sundering Blade spell, and my general who makes my Bulgors battle line. I also have a unit of 10 Gors in ambush to make up the third. He has the Rampant Juggernaut trait, then the Gilded Horns artifact, and 6 more Bulgors, and then the Cockatrice.
Angry Hell Chicken. So, real quick, do you want to tell them where you got Mr. Shaggoth and these guys?
Yep, so these are both from Mirce Miniatures. These ones are part of the, I think Fomorians is the Tarvax, and then I think this guy's the Tarvax Untane, or
something like
what
that.
It's called. They have weird, like, authentic Welsh names, or Old English, so they can be kind of hard to pronounce.
So just so you guys know, some of these models do have penises and testicles and stuff like that. I don't think there's any female models in Michael's army here. So just so you guys know, I will never zoom in too explicitly on some of them because they do have bulldongers hanging down in between their legs.
And one of them doesn't have a loincloth for some reason. I don't really know why he left it at home, but...
Yeah, he decided to come full nude for this battle. Wear armor on everything but his junk. So, you know what? If it gets cut off, it gets cut off. It happens. And that's really it. So if you guys don't like unpainted models, I'm sorry, this channel is not for you. I do my best to have fully painted, but everybody I bring onto the channel is a normal functioning human being with at least a 9-to-5 job and responsibilities, like Mr. Michael here.
And I also have way too many armies just pulling me up.
Exactly. And not everybody can be like me and be a disabled Marine Corps veteran who sits at home all day and goes to work at night and gets to paint all day. And yeah, so that's about it. So the herdstone is right here in the middle. My graveyards are 1, 2, 3, and 4. The mission is the better part of Valor. So there are 3 objectives. 1 underneath these guys, 1 right here, 1 in front of Hell Chicken, 1 over there by my Dire Doggos, 1 underneath Arkan, and 1 next to the Morghast and the unit of Skelly Boys. And that is really it. So all the terrain you're seeing on the table has been painted by Mike Gupton here at Goldmine Games, including the Realm of Shyish board that we're playing on. And the spells that I'm taking, endless spells that is, are the Jaws and the spell portals.
I also have the Dire Flock and the Doomblast Dirgehorn.
Yep. So you're going to see those get summoned on. Real quick also, the spell portals have been painted up by James that works here at Goldmine Games. He did a stellar job on them. And then the Jaws, pretty sure have been painted by Mike. Pretty sure. And that's about it. Either Mike or Kylie. I don't know. Same person, really. Both first name Mike, technically. So anyways, we're going to roll straight into the battle report here. And I finished deploying first. So I am going to go ahead and I will let you have the first turn.
Okay.
And we're going to start things off. So Beast of Chaos, turn 1. Alright, Beast of Chaos, hero phase on turn 1.
Okay, so first the Shaggoth is going to try to put Sundering Blades onto the Zangors, needing a 7. So I get it with an 8.
Nagash will try and unbind, and I need to roll a 4 or a 6 plus 3. Got it. So denied. And I have 7 left.
The Zangor Shaman is going to cast the Ravening Dire Flock, needing a 5. Getting a 7.
Denied. You got a 7?
Yep.
Okay, so I denied that.
He's going to try to put Mystic Shield onto the Zangors. 11.
Ooh. Nope, you got it.
Okay. Yeah, that's the only stuff that's in range.
Alrighty, is that it for hero phase?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll come back at the end of the guys. End of the movement phase after turn 1 for Beast of Chaos. So basically, everything has moved up. There's a Brave Shaman back there at that objective. Doom Bull, Hell Chicken, Bulgors, and Zangors, Brave Shaman, Shaggoth, what do you call them? Zangor Shaman, and then a unit of Bulgors, and then Gors outflanked over there onto that objective. So that is the end of the movement phase. There is no shooting in his army, so into charge phase. What you want to charge?
Can they charge? They can try. They're going to try.
Need a fat 12.
Nope.
Close.
So these Zangors are going to charge? I think they're going to make it.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to let Michael move them in because they can run and charge. And
also, as a note, I used a command point to make them run 6.
Yep, so that's why they're so close, just in case you guys were wondering. Totally forgot to mention that. So we'll come back after Michael pushes them in. And alright, everybody, and the Zangor is ending up like so. So the whole unit is pretty much charged in. So moving over here, we're going to have Bulgors charge.
Yep.
No, not on 7.
So my general, his command ability lets Warherds reroll failed charges. So, nope again.
Alrighty. So that's it for charging. We're gonna let Michael pile in the Zangors and start things off. Everybody's Zangors all piled in and ready to go. So what are you swinging with first?
So all of the Great Blades hitting on 4s.
The more misses and fails to wound here, the better for me, because the Great Blades are going to do a lot of damage to skeletons.
And now it's 5 to wounds because of the little spooky lantern.
Yep.
So that
helped a lot.
4 at -1 rend.
Oh, no save against Savage Great Blades because they're a rend of 1, so I'm going to go ahead and roll 8 6-ups to survive these from death saves. So I'm going to roll 1, so 7 skelly boys are going to die. With that being said, 7 skeletons are dead, and moving on to these mutants or normals.
These are, well, the mutants just get an extra attack.
Oh, okay.
So it's the mutants and normals. They all have the pair of blades, so they get +1 to hit. So they're hitting on 3s. And now wounding on 5s because of the lantern.
Fire lantern definitely helps.
Yep, so that 5, no rend.
So 5 5-ups because I have a 6-up save, and it becomes a 5-up because of the crypt shields. So I save 3, fail 2, and then 2 6-ups to ignore. Failed both, so 2 more skeletons are going to die. So let me go ahead and measure out who's going to die real quick. 2 more skeletons are dead. Over to beak attack.
Yep, hitting on 4s. And now wounding on 6s because of the lantern. That's 1.
Wow. Oh. Okay. Not saved. Saved on the death save. Okay. And is that it for the Zangors?
Yep.
Okay. Back over to me. I'm just going to do the Morghast real quick, guys. Piling in like so. And that's it. I'm in range of halberds, so they're going to swing now. So 3s and 3s, and they get +1 attack for being in the Grand Host of Nagash. So 3s and 3s. No rerolls here. Sadly, I missed 4 of them. And 3s to wound. Ouch. So only 2 wound, rend of 2, 3 damage each.
So I don't get a save. That's 6 damage.
Yep. So 6 Zangors are going to die.
Nope, they have 2 wounds each.
Oh, okay. Wow, wow, okay. That's a lot better. I totally never knew Zangors had 2 wounds. Alright, so that's it for the Morghast. Back over to me again, because Michael can't fight with anything else. I'm going to have Nagash pile in, so let me pull out his rules. Guys, so Nagash is going to swing now. He's going to swing the Zephet Nebtar, which is his sword, so 3s and 3s, 6 attacks. Missing twice, 3s to wound. That's 3 wounds. Rend is 2, 3 damage each.
So that's 9 damage.
Yep, so
4.5 die.
Alright, and then Nagash is going to swing with his staff, Alakanash, so 3s to hit. Hits, 2s to wound. It does wound. Rend is 3 d6 damage for 1. So the wounded one dies. And now 6 attacks of Spectral Claws and Daggers from his spirits. So they're going to hit on 5s. 1 mortal wound. And 4s to wound. And then 1 wound at no rend.
Okay. So I have a 5-up. Nope.
Alright, so the wounded one dies. And that's it for Nagash. And back over to me again. I'm going to have the Skelly Boys pile in. And I'm going to roll these dice on camera because there's quite a few. Guys, after rolling everything for skeletons, I've got 20 wounds here, so 5 ups.
4, 5, 6 die.
Alright, so 6 Zangors are going to go down, and I think that's all of my attacks. And I could pile in Arcan, but I can't reach with Arcan. And that's it. So now we got to go into Battle Shock. So you're at -1 bravery from a skeleton banner, and then you're at -1 bravery from the Morghast. So
okay, so I'm bravery 3, and I lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wait, they're bravery
16.
5?
Yes.
Yeah. For Zangors, I thought they were like a 7.
So let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15, 16. So that's a 20, and their bravery 3.
17.
17, which is everybody else.
Okay, so there went the Zangors. Yep. So real quick, I know if you're a Beast of Chaos fan, even if you're not a Beast of Chaos fan, I know that probably just gave you some heartburn watching that happen, but Michael and me were talking about with being able to run and charge like that, you can't resist such temptation, so...
I am open to advice.
Yeah.
I need it.
If you could give us advice on how to run Zangors, please do, because I feel really bad for what just happened. So we're going to go straight now into turn 1 for Legions and Nagash. Actually, hold on. I lost 3, 6, and 9 skeletons. So, roll a fat 6. So 9 plus 6 is 15. And I have 29 skeletons. So...
Bravery 12?
Yes. So I lose 3. So 3 skeletons will run away from over here on this side. Pretty sure I did that right. It doesn't really matter. So, excuse me. So we're gonna roll straight into turn 1 for Legions and Nagash and start things off. Alright guys, start of the hero phase on turn 1 for Grand Host of Nagash. The invigorating aura from 2 graveyards gonna kick off on a skeleton. So 2d3 skeletons are gonna revive into the unit. So 4. So 4 skeletons are back. And we're gonna do Deathly Invocation, starting off from the Necromancer. He brings back another 2. Deathly Invocation from Nagash. He brings back 1, but I can re-roll it for 2. So 2 more come back. And Arcan the Black is going to roll a d3. And I'll keep it, so that's 2 more. And then I'm going to roll a dice for Grand Host and Nagash, and on a 5 up they can regenerate. No. And that's it. So 2 skeletons stay dead, so I have 38 in total now, and we're going to move on to magic. Alright guys, now for the rest of my hero phase, I'm going to activate the Supreme Lord of the Undead command ability from Nagash to make everybody on the table its death immune to Battle Shock, re-roll to hits rolls of 1, and save rolls of 1. So into magic, I'm going to go ahead and use Nagash here to cast... Soul Pike, and he's going to throw it over here onto the Bulgors. So Soul Pike goes off on a natural roll of a 6, but I get +3 to cast in Nagash, so a 3 up. I get a 7, so a 10 if you want to try and block it.
What does it do?
If you charge, you roll however many dice, you roll like on the d6 value, and you roll that many dice on a 5 up, you take a mortal wound.
No.
Okay. So that's 1 spell down for Nagash. His next spell is, pick an enemy unit within 12. And, no, not really anybody. So I'm going to say Vile Transference and Amaranthine Orb are pretty useless right now. So is, Soul Harvest. So Nagash is going to cast Overwhelming Dread onto the Bulgors over there. That goes off on a 7 plus 3 is 10, so that's going to make you -1 to your hit rolls and -1 to your bravery on them.
Yeah, I'm going to try to stop that. Nope.
Nope, pretty close. So they have -1 to hit and -1 to bravery. And that's another spell off of Nagash. Nagash is now going to use the Necromancer spell because he knows all the Death Users magic that are within 18 of him. So he's going to go ahead and cast Van Hels's Danse Macabre onto the Skeletons. That goes off on a 11. Do you want to try and block?
No.
Okay, so that's one more Spellbound, so they'll be able to pile in a second time in my combat phase. And engage. Next up, Arkin the Black is gonna go ahead and stand there for right now. Nagash is gonna go ahead and cast Curse of Years because he knows Arkin spells, and he's gonna throw it onto the Shaggoth. So Curse of Years goes off on a 8 plus 3 is an 11.
No.
Okay, so Curse of Years, it's going to be 10 dice. And I need 6s to make it happen. So I got 10 dice here on 6s, Curse of Years happens. So I got 1 6. So that's 1 mortal wound, and on 5 up, that's a mortal wound on a 4 up. Nope, so 2 mortal wounds. And that's it for Curse of Years. So that's 1 more spell off of Nagash. Next up, Nagash is going to go ahead and cast Soul Stealer. So I pick an enemy unit within 24 inches. I'm going to pick the Bulgors. And they successfully cast. I roll 2d6, and I got to beat their bravery. So I'm going to cast this. 7 plus 3 is 10 if you want to try and block it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Curse of Years shouldn't work on Shaggoth since they're mortal. Nope.
True. Good point. Okay, so Soul Stealer goes through, so I roll 2d6 against their bravery, and they're at -1 right now.
So it's 5.
So I need
or, let's see. They get +1 for every enemy unit within 12, which is nobody. So 5.
Okay. I don't beat it. So Soul Stealer is not in effect, so that goes away. Next up, Arkin, or Nagash is going to go ahead and cast the Umbral Spell Portal. That goes off. Would you like to try and deny it?
No, because you got a 12. I can't.
Oh yeah, because +3. So the spell portal's gonna pop up. Let me grab that. Okay, and now the spell portals pop up. So receiving end here, and delivering end is over there. So we're gonna go ahead and cast Hand of Dust now with Nagash. That goes off on a 13. So now I got a hided ice in my hand, and Michael's got to pick the right hand. Okay, and he guessed correctly, so the Shaggoth lives for now. So Hand of Dust doesn't successfully do anything. And Nagash's last spell, I'm going to go ahead and summon up the Jaws. So the Jaws do pop up too, on a roll of a 12. So they're going to pop up. The Jaws end up over there after they move. So D3 mortal wounds onto the Shaggoth for 3. And then D3 mortal wounds onto the Bray Shaman for 3. Ouch. And that's it for Nagash's spells. So now the Necromancer, he's going to go ahead and cast Arcane Bolt, and he's going to throw it at the Bray Shaman. Gets an 8.
I'm going to try to combine that with an 8, so nope.
Okay, so just 1 mortal wound. And that leaves Arkin the Black with his spells, which he does not have, because Curse of Years is already cast. So that's the end of Magic. So we're going to go straight now into movement, and I will be right back. Alright guys, another movement phase on turn 1 for Legions of Nagash. I moved up the Morghast over here on the right flank. The Skeletons have moved up in the middle. Nagash is just behind them, still keeping in range of his objective as well as the Spell Portal. Arkin has moved over on the left flank with the Dire Wolves, secure that objective. And I'm kind of just abandoning this objective more or less. So that's it for movement. So into shooting, Nagash is going to glare down at the Shaggoth, and he's going to hit him on a 3 with a Gaze of Nagash. So he hits, and he wounds on a 2. No wound. And that's it for shooting. So into charging, I'm going to have the Morghast go first. So the Morghast go 9, so they make it. So they're just going to walk up and touch the Bulgors, and their spears are going to touch each other and make it all awkward. And that's it for the Morghast. So next up, the Skeletons are going to charge. And the skeletons are going to roll a 7, so let me move them in. Skeletons charged in like so, so I'm going to go ahead and start things off with the Morghast into the Bulgors. So they're going to have 8 attacks, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s, because of the Supreme Lord of the Undead command ability. Re-rolling 1s, that's a lot of 6s, holy crap.
Good thing they're blank teams.
Yeah, I know. And then 3s to wound. So that is 5 at Ren 2.
Add no save.
3 damage each.
That's 15 damage.
Yes.
So that's 12 damage. This guy's down to 1.
Alright, and that's it for the Morghast, so over to you.
So my Shaggoth will go.
Okay. So into skeletons.
Yep, so starting with his axe, he's sitting on 3s. Moving on 3s. So that's 1 at -1 rend.
Oh, never mind. No save.
So 3 damage.
So 2 more 6-ups then. Okay, so 3 die.
And then he has D3 tail attacks.
Actually, why'd I do that?
So 1,
Put them back because that's what's
Hitting
keeping me in range of the Necromancer.
4s, nothing. And 2 4-limbed attacks hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3. So 1 rend, 1 damage.
6-up to ignore. Nope. And so 1 more die, so just peel him off. That's 4 dead. Is that it for the Shaggoth?
Yep.
Alright, so over to me. I'm going to have the skeletons pile in and engage. 13 wounds being allocated to the Zangor Shaman.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's dead. Did much better than the others, though.
Alright, so without having to pile in and attack a second time, the skeletons managed to finish off the Shaggoth, the Bray Shaman, and the Zangor Shaman all in one go. So that was just an overwhelming amount of attacks that went into them and ended up killing them. So that's it for me, so it's over to your Bulgors.
Okay, so Bulgors hitting on 5 to give them -1, right?
Yes, -1 to hit.
2 hits. Wounding on 3s.
Ouch.
And they have horns. Hitting on 5s. Wow. 4s. So 1, no rend.
4-up armor. Passed on a 6. So that's it for over there, and that's it for combat in general. So now we gotta do battle shock.
So their bravery
-2 because of overwhelming dread and then Morghast.
So their bravery 4, that's a 7, so 3 run away. Oh wait, actually, they get
+1 for being within 12 of an enemy, right?
plus for each enemy, so they get +2.
So actually 1 runs. Okay, that's a lot better than all of them running.
Yeah.
So that's it, guys, for turn 1 at the end of Legions of Nagash, turn 1. So for my objectives, I score both of mine except for the third one.
You don't.
Not
You
until the
only
next
score them if you destroy them.
Okay, so I won't destroy them then yet. So we're gonna go straight now into turn 2, so we gotta roll off, see who goes next. So, I'm gonna roll a 5, and a 5, so you get it.
My Shaggoth would have healed if he survived,
Yeah.
but I will choose to go first.
Alrighty, so we're gonna let Michael, you got anything to do in your hero phase?
He has Vile Tide, but I don't think he can see anybody because he's in a forest.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So no.
Okay, so we're gonna let Michael move and we'll come back. The Bulgors are gonna charge.
6.
Ripperoni and pepperoni, doggos. The puppies had a good run.
Yeah. And the Doom Bull is gonna use his command trait to reroll.
There you go, that's a lot better. Alright, Dire Wolves. Have they got a 5-up save? They'll be alright. Alright, so you want to fight with them real quick?
Well, I think I'll fight with them.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
They are going to die. So, still hitting on 5s. And wounding on 3s. No, okay. And then the horns on 5s. Nothing.
Okay, puppy dog. Step back. Michael has to roll 8 dice because he rolled that when he charged, and on a 5-up, that's a mortal wound inflicted to the dogs.
Yeah, that's what the Gilded Horns artifact is. So that's 2.
2. So 6 up for 1 puppy. 1 puppy is slain. 1 puppy gone. And back over to me to pile in the puppy dogs, hitting on 4s. Rolling 1s because of Nagash. And wounding on 4s. That's 3 wounds and no rend onto the Bulgors.
Bulgors, so 5 up. So 2 go through.
Okay. And there are going to be 2 puppy dog attacks onto the Doom Bull. Both hit. 1 wounds, no rend.
So 4 up. Nope.
So 1 wound down to the Doom Bull, and that's it for the dog. Doom Bull going first.
So his axe hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. So the 6 does a mortal wound in addition to normal damage.
Okay.
It's -2 rend and 3 damage each.
So 6 plus 1. So 7, 6 up to ignore. 1 ignored, so that's 1, 2, 3 dead puppies.
And then he has 2 horns hitting on 4s and misses.
Double 1s. Okay, back over to me. Morghast will fight again, so 8 attacks between them, hitting on 3s. Re-rolling 1s, no 1s to re-roll, and wounding on 3s. That's 4 at Rend 2, 3 damage each. So those Bulgors are dead, and that's it for the Morghast. So back over here to these Bulgors, and they're gonna kill some dogs.
So 1, 2, 4 of them.
4. These puppies are about to get demolished.
Plus the champion. Okay. Oh, you're recording?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So hitting on 4.
Yeah, that hitting on 4s for them is a real bite.
Yeah.
But
Wounding on 2s because the command ability gives it +1. So that's 2 at -2.
no save.
So it's 3 damage each, so 6.
So 6 ups to ignore. Ignored 1, so 2.5 dogs are dead.
And they have their horn attacks on 4s. These do hit. And 2s, so 3 more. No rend and 1 damage.
3 5-up saves. Okay, saved all 3. Triple 6s, and that's gonna be it for them. That's gonna be it. So into Battle Shock, I don't need to take it because I'm immune on the turn that or for the full turn until my next hero phase when I activate Nagash's command ability. And that's gonna be it. So we're gonna go into turn 2 for Legion of Nagash. And do you want to destroy anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna destroy these 2 objectives, so I get 4 points total because I had both of them for the 2 turns.
Okay. So we're going to go straight now into my turn and go into my hero phase. Alright guys, at the start of my hero phase on turn 2 for Legion of Nagash, I'm going to have 4d3 regeneration dice being thrown from graveyards onto the skeletons. So they're going to recover 2, 4, 5, 6. So that's every dead skeleton is back. So they're back up to 40-man strength. And that's going to be it for that. And then on a 5-up, the dogs over there are going to regenerate from Grand Host of Nagash. Nope. And then Arcane the Black's going to see if he can resurrect one. Actually, no, I'm just going to heal the one. And that's going to be it. So we're going to go straight into spells now. So Nagash is going to use his first spell this turn. And we're going to cast... Actually, we're going to use Arcane's command ability as well as Nagash's command ability. So I have no more command points left. Because I'm at 1950 or 1920, one of the two. So I have an extra command point. So I'm going to boost my spell's range by 6 inches. And then I'm going to use Nagash's command ability to do the same thing as I did last turn. So Nagash is going to use Amaranthine Orb. And he's going to cast it like directly left and clip the Doom Bull and the Bulgors. So this is going to go off on a 7, so I have +3 to this. So that's an 11 if you want to try and block it.
No.
Okay. So on a 4-up, the Doom Bull's going to take D6 mortal wounds. Nope. And on a 4-up, the Bulgors. Nope. And that's it for that. So the next spell Nagash is going to cast is going to be Vile Transference. So he's going to target the Doom Bull. That goes off on a 10 or a 9. So basically I have to pick a death unit in 6, so I'm going to pick the dogs. And they're going to heal, I'm going to deal D3 mortal wounds to you for 3. And the dogs are going to heal 3 wounds, but they can't heal 3 wounds, so you're just going to take 3 mortal wounds on the Doom Bull. And the next spell Nagash will do is going to go ahead and be... Thinking. Nagash will go ahead and cast Overwhelming Dread from himself onto that unit of Bulgors. It fails. And that's going to be it for Nagash casting spells for now. So we're going to go over to Arcane. Actually, no. Nagash will spend one more spell and cast Curse of Years onto the big unit of Bulgors. That goes off on a 12. So we're going to roll 10 dice here. So 10 dice, and on 6s it's a mortal wound. 3 6s. And then on a 5, there's 1 more. And on a 4, on a 3, on a 2, and on a 1, and the unit of Bulgors are wiped out from Curse of Years. That's the 3rd time I've ever had that happen, I do believe.
That's like the 5th time I've had that happen to me.
Yeah, poor Michael. I did it to your clan rats before. Oh man, that sucks. So there goes the Bulgors. Nagash is all out of spell. Well, not out of spells, but he doesn't have anything else to really cast. Arcane the Black is going to go ahead and cast Soul Harvest from himself. So this goes off on a 7, but he gets a +2. A double 1s again, so him and his dad both rolled double 1s. And then his last spell will just be an Arcane Bolt to the Doom Bull. That goes off on a 7. If you want to
try to unbind that.
Nope. Okay, so it's just 1 mortal wound. And actually taking a step back, Nagash is going to spend 1 more spell to put Van Hell's Danse Macabre onto the dogs. Because why not? That goes off. And that's going to be puppy dogs with it. And hope that's worth it. And I'm pretty sure... Actually, I can spend 1 more spell on Soul Stealer. I totally forgot about his other unique spell. So Soul Stealer is going to go on to the Doom Bull. That goes off, and I need to roll 2d6 against your bravery. So what's his bravery? We'll roll and see. I roll a 9, or a 10 actually.
7.
So I believe Soul Stealer is D3 Mortals. Yeah, it's D3 mortal wounds onto him. For 3. So that was the Doom Bull. And Soul Stealer actually did something finally. And that's it for magic. So we're going to go straight now into movement. And I'll be right back. In the move phase, all that really happened is Nagash moved away. Necromancer came over here to this objective before Nagash moved away. Arkin moved away. Dogs reclaim the objective. Skeletons are staying stationary to worship the Herdstone. And the Morghast are moving towards this core. So the only charge I have is the Morghast. So they're going to charge. They're making it. So let me move Morghast hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s from Supreme Lord of the Undead. All hit. And 3s to wound the boars. Failing 2. So that's going to be 5, 6 wounds. Rend is 2, 3 damage each.
So 6 up. Nope, so that's 18 dead. 18 out of 10.
Yep, so that's all the boars dead. And that's it for combat. And that is it at the end of turn 2. So all you have left is the Brace Shaman and the Hell Chicken.
Yep.
We can roll off.
9.
I got a 5 and you got a 2. Do you want to call it here, or do you want me to go?
Either way, it's probably going to end in the hero phase if you just perseveres my chicken.
Arkin will see if he can perseveres the chicken. He can. But can he, though? So here we go. 6s. He might be able to. On 5s. 1 more on 4s. 1 more on 3s. Nope. So that was 2, 3, 4 mortal wounds on the chicken.
Down to 4.
Yep, and then what's the bravery on the Hell Chicken?
5.
Okay, Arkin will use his little ability to know Nagash's spells as well to use Soul Stealer on him. His last spell, it goes off.
On a what?
On a 9.
I'll try to. Nope.
Nope, okay. So 2d6. Nope. Dang it. And that's it for Arkin. So now Nagash can't see the shaman. And he'll use his command ability and whoop-de-doo, and we'll go into the move phase. Okey-doke. Shooting phase, Nagash is going to see if he can vaporize the Brace Shaman with his gaze. So on a 3-up, it hits. On a 2-up, it does wound. Rend is 1.
So I'm in the 4, so I get a... Nope.
Alright, so d6 damage for 3. So 2 wounds left on the Shaman, and that's it for shooting. So into charging, Arkin's going to charge a 6, so he's going to make it into the Hell Chicken, and Nagash is going to charge the Brace Shaman, and he's going to make it on a 9. So Wizard versus Wizard, and Wizard versus Chicken. So we're going to see Arkin go first. So he's going to swing Zephet Kar, hitting on a 3. Hits, wounds on a 3. It wounds. Rend is 1 on the Hell Turkey.
So no
Chicken.
save.
D3 damage for 1. The Staff, which is Kinesh An, hits on a 4. Nope. And then Razarak's Claws have 6 attacks. And these hit on 4s. And I don't think command abilities affect the mounts. I don't think so. I don't think they do. So 3s to wound. 2 wounds. Rend is 2 on this.
So
2 damage each.
8-up save.
He only has a 6-up?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So the Hell Chicken dies, and it's over to the Brace Shaman.
Ah, that's your mistake. I'll spite you.
He could do some damage to Nagash with his little club.
So, hitting on 4.
He missed on a 3. Nagash will hit him back with his own staff on a 3. He hits. Nagash fails to wound, of course. So now Nagash is going to have to cut him down with this overly massive sword that I don't have attached to him yet because I have a plan for it. So 3s and 3s. 3 rolling 1s. And 3s to wounds. That's 3 wounds. Rend is 2, 3 damage each. And that's it for the Bray Shaman. So that's the end of the battle, guys. That was really brutal. So we definitely need advice on Zangors. And that was really brutal. So I think with being able to debuff everybody with the -1 to wound with the Balefire Lantern, that played a huge effect against the Zangors. And then casting spells to debuff the Bulgors really hurt the Bulgors over here. And these poor Bulgors got vaporized from Curse of Years. So that's it, guys. Good game, Michael, even though that was really horrible on my part. But yeah, wow. So I'm sorry to you Beasts of Chaos fans. I feel really bad right now. But that's the end of the game, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy it, and we will see you guys in the next video. So if you guys want to give us some hints and tactics on what to do about them daggone Zangors, and what to do against death in general for Beasts of Chaos, please help us out here, and I'm sure Michael will greatly appreciate it. And we will see you guys in the next video. So peace out, everybody, and happy wargaming.